Hey guys, it's Tombox and I'm eating out at Jamoko. What is a Jamoko? Well, Jamoko is it's a little restaurant that serves super tasty and wallet-friendly pasta if you show up in even numbers. Thanks to their 2-for-1 deal, to take them up on that deal, we decided to show up in even numbers ourselves as a group. We were a group of 5, but then we called up a 6th friend to fill the spot. Now the dishes we're having today ranges between 18 to 22 Canadian dollars per 2 people. So that's like super affordable per person. Math still sucks. So our game plan was for each of us to order something different, from risottos, linguinis, pennes, to spaghettis, all served in different styles so that we can get a good taste of everything. Now it's time for you to close the door, plug in your headphones, and shoulder check to make sure that no one's watching you watching this. And time for the taste test review. I would have done this in the restaurant, but it was too loud in there because I recorded during rush hour. Note to self, don't record during rush hour. But let's kick this off. Starting off with the dish I wish I ordered. Oh my god, I wish I ordered this. The risotto ai funghi, the mushroom risotto, extremely tasty. Every spoonful was good. I only had 2 spoonfuls from my friend and I ended up craving so much more. I wanted to just order it for myself. Starts off creamy, the cheese flavor comes in, you hit the earthy notes of the mushroom and it melts all together. You get this almost meaty, almost savory taste gathered together with the cheese, and it's just harmony in your mouth. That's the best way to describe it. I just want to bite for bite. I just want to keep going because every bite packed full of flavor. And a fun fact, this is vegetarian, so regardless if you're a meat eater or not, I would recommend this one. So bro, guess what? You get to eat this one. And for a dish that I actually did not have, we have the spaghetti alla matricana Lazio. I hope I said it right. Probably butchered it like crazy. I did not actually have this one. Kind of a missed opportunity, but the noodles, based on what I saw, they were all coated in sauce. The pork jowls, there was sweet cherry tomatoes, and then there's tender caramelized onions to go with it. I'd imagine this thing is really tasty, seeing that, well, the dish is glistening. When the food salivates over itself, you know it's going to be good. Linguini Soul, the local favorite. This thing is delicious. I've had it before. This is a local favorite. The sauce is why you get this thing, because it has a spicy tomato sauce. It's a bit soupier, so you got to eat the noodles a bit quicker. If you leave it in there for a while, the texture of the noodles will actually start to change a bit. But it is bathing in that delicious, delicious sauce that is the main reason why people get it. There's hints of seafood, that ocean taste that comes up afterwards. And it's also really good for bread soaking. And by the way, you get free bread. Like any Italian place, you get an endless amount of bread, so you can just scrub this bowl clean. Then we have the seafood risotto. This is very delicious. It has a lighter taste, a bit more subtle compared to the mushroom risotto. The seafood kind of seeps in every bite and then kind of comes in and out. But it is by no means like less in flavor. It's still risotto. It's still very, very tasty. Every spoon was delicious. Be careful, it's still very hot in this pot. This one's sort of in the pot that they serve it in, rather than the dish that comes with the mushroom risotto. But yeah, in comparison, this dish may be for people that prefer to not have an over-staggering amount of flavor that kind of builds too much on top of each other and overwhelms your entire taste bud. This one is much lighter, and every bite you can just keep going in without worrying about that. And then there was my seafood linguine. This is a bit of a guilty addiction. Why? Because I'm on a low-carb diet and there's nothing low-carb about this entire dish. I mean, it's pasta, it's tomato, everything is kind of high-carb on this. But okay, regardless, let's talk about the sauce. The sauce, in terms of a rosé sauce, it's more on a tomato side than the creamy side. If there was a scale of, you know, from 1 to 10, 5 being just even, this is more on a 4, closer to the tomato side. And then there were shrimp, squids, and mussels in here. I guess they were tasty. I don't think they added too much to it in terms of the sauce and the flavor. It's just like nice pieces of meat to have to go with this sauce. An overall balanced flavor. You get the tomatoiness that kind of mutes out into the cream, and then you want to chase the tomato again, so you have another bite, and then bite after bite. Before you know it, you empty the entire plate and then also ruined your own diet. That's how I would describe this one. Very balanced flavor. And finally, bacon al forno. This one is the hot one that came out of the oven. It has melty goodness layer of cheese on top, made with bacon, chorizo, super bacony, super chorizo-y. And it uses penne as the pasta. Penne is a very good sauce. Like tubular pastas usually are the ones that are good at sucking up and holding onto that sauce. And with bacon and chorizo, two meats that kind of have fat that kind of just melts all over the place, let's just say it can overpower most of the other flavors. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. If you're a bacon lover, maybe not so much, but luckily there is the flavor of the tomatoes that can cut it down and reset your palate as you go. That's why you can keep going. And that layer of cheese kind of mutes out some of the flavor when you have the bite with the cheese, which is also a good thing, because when you have too much of one flavor, that's when the flavor gets dull, it gets boring, it gets stale, and it's just not that pleasant to eat anymore. What's so good about Jamocha?
Food coma.
If you guys enjoyed that video, hit that like button and leave a comment down below. I'd love to read your thoughts on the video. If you guys didn't like it, you can hit that like button anyway, and I get confused about my sets. Oh, it really gets to me. But to stay up to date with my nerdy lifestyle or food-esque videos, consider giving me a chance by subscribing. Hit that subscribe button down there. And as always, thanks for tuning in.